Hey guys, I just want to do a brief video on how I maintain convex bevels, like those that you would find on a Bark River knife. So there's a bunch of ways to do it. You can do it on sandpaper, which I'm going to show you now. You can also do it on Japanese water stones. I do that sometimes if I feel like it. I'll do a separate video on that sometime. But the way I do this is I have a wooden block with a piece of this 1/8 inch thick wool felt glued onto one side of it. I prefer the wool felt to the computer mouse pad. I feel it gives it has just the right amount of give for the amount of convex that I want on a blade. But you can do that part however you want to. So I have the block, and then the wool felt, and then I have a piece of sandpaper, wet dry sandpaper, rubber banded to it. And I do these just like you would do any other knife. Well, kind of like you would do any other knife. It sharpens kind of the same way that you would do a Scandi grind on a water stone. And that I lay the whole bevel flat, and because it gives, it will maintain the whole bevel, and then afterwards you can just put a micro bevel on the edge. So this method is also helpful if you prefer to have pretty blades and you don't like scratches or patina. This method works to remove scratches or patina. When Bark River sends you a knife, you know, they look like that. They're, quote, pretty. This is a mini Fox River that I had modified, and I've sharpened a bit so you can see I've still been able to maintain the grind line on here, and the bevel's fairly polished now. I don't know how well you can see that. There you go, you can see my fingers reflection in it. And to demonstrate how this works, I've colored the entire thing, including the flat portion at the top where they keep the logo. So you lay it here flat, like you would do a Scandi grind, and because it has just enough give to form to that convex, when you slide it back and forth, I prefer on convex to use the scrubbing motion, and you can see it removes steel the whole height of the bevel and only the flat part at the top of the blade is left. So the way I do this is I go scrubbing motion just the same way you would do with the whole bevel flat like a Scandi, and then raise the handle slightly and push the tip portion down in order to get that. And you can see it maintains that grind line fairly well. And then you flip it over, do the other side. And then when I get close to the finishing part of sharpening a knife, of course I work my way up through the grits. This is 320. This is what I normally start at. Well, sometimes I don't even start at that. I'll start higher if it's not quite dull yet. But when I'm ready to actually put a micro bevel on it, I'll wait until I get to 1000 grit to do that. You can do it earlier if you don't want to go that far. But the way I do that is I'll lay it flat, like you would a Scandi. Just tilt it up to the angle you want the micro bevel on. And then I do a stropping motion to apply that micro bevel. And then same method I did in my other video to test sharpness, and this is pretty sharp already. So there you go, guys. It's that easy. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'll expound more on anything that you want to know about the process. Thanks. Peace out.